Hello guys, hope you are all doing well. In this short tutorial I will show you how to make dynamic filters. If you remember the preparing time starting from and up to filters, the minimum and the maximum values of the sliders were fixed values or hard-coded values. And I am going to make them dynamic such that they will be retrieved from the database. As you can see, the getFilters function has hard-coded values, like you can see. Let's start by creating a dynamic get. It will be of type custom. This dynamic get will be used to retrieve the minimum and the maximum values of the preparing time field. Select custom as the main source. Leave custom get empty for now. Well, save the dynamic get. Let's add it to the custom gets of the recipes side view. Let's have a quick look at the code added to the component, mainly to the view and the model files after compiling the component. In the model class, the recipes model, you can see a function added to the model. Its name is getPreparingTimeLimits. I will copy the table name to use it later. Okay. Also, the recipes view class has an additional line of code after adding the custom dynamic get to the side view, which calls the dynamic get new function or the new function added to the model to get the preparing time from the database. Now let's write the SQL statement that will select or retrieve the maximum and the minimum preparing time values. Here you can see JCB has added most of the code. Only the SQL statement is left. The published equal 1 condition is added to make sure that only published recipes will be considered when calculating the minimum and maximum value of the preparing time. Okay, I will use the debugger to show you how the preparing time limits will be retrieved. Let's set the breakpoint. Well, here you can see the preparing time limit is retrieved as an object, and it has two properties: max time and minimum time. These values are retrieved from the recipe. This is a quick test to make sure that the preparing time limits is retrieved correctly. Let's increase the preparing time of one of our recipes to 125. Yes, maximum time now is 125. We are ready now to modify the getFilters function to use the newly added getPreparingTimeLimits function. Okay, let's replace the hard-coded values with their corresponding dynamic values. Now we are ready to compile and update the component and see how the dynamic values, the preparing time dynamic values, will be reflected by the preparing time sliders in the side view. Well, the debugger is no longer needed. Let's refresh the recipes view. As you can see, the minimum and the maximum values of the sliders are reflecting the minimum and maximum values of the preparing time field of the recipes table. Let's do some more tests. I will change the preparing time for some recipes to see how this will affect the maximum and the minimum values of the sliders. That's all for this quick tutorial. I hope it is easy for you to apply. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will make sure to answer them as much as I can. Like the video if you find it helpful and subscribe to be notified when the next video is published. See you in the next video.